Hello everyone, this is Agustin from the Business Intelligence Agency. This is the 36th tutorial in this series, and this part of the tutorial, we are going to deep dive into the first group, account stroke users. We've already visited this group before, we talked, but it was very shallow. I promised you guys that we'll come back later and take a deep dive into it. So wherever you click on this group, you can see that we've got around 6 modules. So what we interacted with at the first time was the module create account stroke users, of which we had an opportunity to create a customer account, and I told you the essence of creating a customer account, and also we came later and created a business account and told you the essence of creating a business account. So apart from the create account stroke users, we've got some other modules such as create roles, set modules to roles, role access control, assign roles to users, then lastly, user access control. We'll go through each of these modules one by one, step by step to the last one. But for now, I want us to go back, not to go back, but to start with the first module, create accounts stroke users. We have been already through this, but I want us to redo it again in another way. So we learned how to create customer accounts and the meaning of customer accounts. We see that customer accounts are customers that belongs to customers, accounts that belong to customers. For example, if you've got a customer who buys from you frequently, such customers should have accounts, because even though they don't buy on credit, some customers may want to know, you may need to keep track of how a customer has been buying from you, just to keep records. But such accounts are usually open for customers who usually buy goods on credit, i.e. a customer comes and buy goods, then comes and pays the debt later. Yeah. So in such cases, that's why you will need to create accounts that are customers. Then we talked about the business accounts. Business accounts may belong to people like employees in your organization. Yeah. So this time around, we're diving deep into the accounts or users group. We're going to deal with the business accounts. So I want us to create another account which is a business. So we're creating an account. We need the first name, last name, and the phone number. So the first name of this user, let's say, is Tom. Last name, Cruz. So you can see, immediately after I began typing my details, you can see below here, we've got this information, which one is showing new user login credentials. Default password will be 4 zeros. For each and every user who is a business that you create an account, or even if it is a customer, each and every user that you create an account, the default password will be 4 zeros. So this application, BIA, is a multi-use application, meaning that multiple people can log in and access resources in this information system apparently at the same time. So that's why, while typing this information, you are prompted down here that the default password of that user will be 4 zeros. So first name is Tom, last name is Cruz. Then the phone number will be, first of all, start with the country code. Let me guess this phone number. Yeah, I want to write it down. So my default username will be the phone number, and the default password will be the 4 zeros. So my default password is, I already know it's the 4 zeros, and the default username be the country code 254 766 33. So wherever this new user wants to log in, the default password will be 4 zeros, and the default username will be that phone number. Then we save. So after doing that, That's just the beginning. Even though we've created a new user, this user still cannot be able to log in. Even if this user is already assigned a username and a password, this user still cannot be able to log in because of some reasons, of which we'll know later. I may try to log in. Let me just try to log out, then log it. Navigation. First of all, let me check my current username is AAW. My current password was, yeah, I can remember the password. I want to log in. I want to log out from my current username. No, from my current account. Then try to log into the account of Tom Cruise, or using the username plus 254776633 and the password 4 zeros. So navigation, logout. So enter the username. Will be country code 254. Password will be 4 zeros. You can see the message: you cannot access your host business resources. You have not been assigned a role. For inquiries, contact your administrator. So I told you guys, even though we've created this account, of course this account exists, but this person cannot log in. Let me put a number that does not exist. You can just see I've added 5 in that phone number. Try to log in. You see the user is not registered. This is not registered. So in our case, this user exists, but simply cannot log in for the reason that you can see below. So let me log in with my previous username and password. Login, good. So the reason why we could not log in is because, of course, we've created a user account, but that user account we've not supplied that person with a role. So that will take us in our next destination. So thank you. Let us meet in the next part of the tutorial.